Let me say this straight. Most people don't stay broke because they don't earn enough. They stay broke because of one habit they repeat without even realizing it. It feels normal, it feels harmless, and that's why it's dangerous. This habit slowly drains money, kills progress, and keeps people stuck in the same financial position year after year. And the worst part, almost everyone does it. Even people who think they're good with money. If you've ever wondered why saving feels impossible, why money disappears faster than expected, or why your income keeps increasing but your situation doesn't improve, this is probably the reason. In this video, I'm going to break down the one habit that quietly keeps people broke, why it's so common, and how to replace it without turning your life upside down. Once you see it, you won't be able to ignore it. The habit that looks normal but destroys progress. The habit that keeps most people broke is simple. They react to money instead of planning it. Money comes in, life happens. Money goes out, no clear direction, no structure, just reacting to bills, wants, and pressure as they show up. And because this feels normal, people don't question it. Most people are not irresponsible. They're just unintentional, and unintentional money behavior is expensive over time. Why this habit feels so harmless? Here's why this habit is dangerous. It doesn't feel like a mistake. You pay your bills, you handle emergencies, you treat yourself sometimes. On the surface, everything looks fine, but what's missing is a plan before the money arrives. Without that, spending decisions are made emotionally, not strategically. Convenience wins, urgency wins, short-term comfort wins, and long-term progress quietly loses. People think they'll start managing money once they earn more. But without structure, more income just creates bigger reactions. The real cost of reacting instead of deciding. When you react to money, a few things always happen. Savings become optional. Investing gets delayed. Spending expands without permission. You're not telling money what to do. Money is telling you what's left. That's why people say things like, "I don't know where my money went. I should be saving more. I'll fix it next month." It's not a knowledge problem. It's a timing problem. Decisions are happening too late. Why income increases don't fix this. This is where people get stuck. They believe the problem is income. But income doesn't fix bad systems. When income goes up without structure, lifestyle expands to meet it. New expenses, new commitments, new habits. The reaction cycle just gets more expensive. That's why you see people earning more but feeling just as stressed. Sometimes more stressed. Because higher income with no plan increases pressure, not freedom. Money without direction creates noise. Direction creates clarity. The difference between broke and building. Here's the key difference most people miss. People who build wealth decide first. People who stay broke react later. Deciding first means savings happen automatically. Spending has limits. Priorities are clear before temptation shows up. Reacting later means saving happens, if possible. Spending is based on mood. Progress depends on discipline. Discipline always loses to convenience in the long run. That's not weakness. That's human behavior. Why willpower won't save you here. This is where people blame themselves. I just need more discipline. I need to control my spending. But willpower is a terrible financial strategy. You're tired. You're busy. You're human. The moment you rely on willpower, you've already lost. Because willpower is inconsistent. Systems are not. People who are good with money don't fight urges all day. They remove the situation that creates the urge in the first place. They decide once. Then the system repeats it. How this habit keeps you stuck for years. Here's the scary part. This habit doesn't just affect this month. It compounds over years. Missed savings, delayed investing, constant financial stress. A few $100s here and there doesn't feel serious. But over time, that's thousands not saved, thousands not invested, thousands not working for you. And because progress is invisible at first, people don't notice the damage until years pass. At that point, frustration replaces clarity. Why most people never fix this? Most people never fix this habit because it doesn't scream problem. There's no single disaster, no obvious failure, just slow stagnation. And stagnation is comfortable enough to tolerate, but painful enough to regret later. Fixing this habit requires one uncomfortable shift. You must decide before money arrives, not after it leaves. That's it. No extreme budgeting. No cutting all joy. Just intention first, reaction last. The shift that changes everything. The moment you stop reacting and start deciding, money feels different. You feel calmer. You feel clearer. You feel in control. Not because you have more money, but because money finally has a direction. And once direction exists, progress becomes inevitable. How to replace this habit without turning your life upside down? The good news is this habit is easy to replace once you see it clearly. You don't need to change your personality. You don't need extreme rules. You just need to change when decisions are made. Instead of reacting after money shows up, you decide before it arrives. That's the shift. When money hits your account and there's no plan, every dollar is free to wander. Some go to bills, some go to spending, very little goes to progress. But when the plan already exists, money follows it automatically. This isn't about tracking every dollar. It's about assigning roles. Decide first, spend second. People who build wealth decide 3 things in advance. How much will be saved? How much is available to spend? What happens if something unexpected comes up? Once those decisions are made, spending becomes guilt-free. You're not guessing. You're following a system you already agreed to. This removes stress. It also removes the internal debate that leads to bad decisions late at night or at the end of a long day. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" You already know why automation breaks the cycle. Automation is the fastest way to kill reactive money behavior. When saving happens automatically, there's no moment where you're tempted to spend first. The decision is invisible, and invisible decisions are the most powerful ones. The same goes for bills. Fixed expenses handled automatically reduce chaos. Chaos is what causes reaction-based spending. Once automation is in place, your role changes. You're no longer managing money daily. You're reviewing it occasionally. That's where control comes from. What happens when you slip? Let's be realistic. You will mess up sometimes. A surprise expense, an impulse purchase, a bad month. This is where people usually quit. They feel like they failed, so they stop paying attention. But reacting emotionally to mistakes keeps the same habit alive. Instead of blaming yourself, you adjust the system. Increase savings next month slightly. Cut back in one category temporarily. Use a buffer. No drama, no reset, just correction. That's how progress survives real life. Why this one change creates momentum. Once you stop reacting, something interesting happens. Money stops feeling urgent. Stress drops. Clarity increases. You're no longer surprised by your bank balance. You're no longer guessing. And because progress is visible, motivation becomes unnecessary. Momentum replaces effort. And momentum is dangerous in a good way. It makes good behavior easier and bad behavior less tempting. The long-term impact of this shift. This one habit change doesn't just help you save more. It changes how you think. You start planning ahead. You think in months instead of days. You stop living paycheck to paycheck, even if your income hasn't changed. Over time, that planning turns into investing. Investing turns into growth. Growth turns into options. All because decisions started happening earlier. The real reason this works because it aligns with how humans behave. We don't do well with constant self-control. We do well with structure. Once structure exists, discipline becomes automatic. You don't feel restricted, you feel free. Free from stress, confusion, and constant catch-up mode. That's the difference between staying broke and building forward. If this helped you see money differently, support the video with a like. It helps this kind of practical, no hype content reach people who need it. Share it with someone who always wonders where their money goes. And subscribe for more clear, system-based finance insights focused on long-term control and real progress.